Hey ESO gamers, this is Man Cave Gaming coming at you with our MAGDK PvP build. This is a great build for those who like to play up close and personal. This build has great defense as well as offense to apply pressure to multiple opponents at the same time. The build has a backbar set that you have to proc before heading into battle and will take some time to get used to. Warning though, this build has a bit of a learning curve. The more you play and learn the rotation, the more aggressive you can play. Keep in mind, PvP builds are personal. Just because it works for me does not mean that it will work for you. You will want to change the build according to your playstyle. Let's get started. Let's talk race. A lot of people will say for this type of setup, Britain will be best because of the Max Magicka. However, you want to go with Dark Elf. Not only does Dark Elf give you a boost in max stamina and Magicka, it's also going to increase your flame resistance. And this is key because we're going to go into Vampire Stage 3. The reason why we're going Vampire Stage 3 is because of Undeath. Reduces the damage taken by up to 30% based on our missing health. Undeath is too great to pass up with this build, even though we're going to take on 13% more fire damage. However, with Dark Elf, we will negate some of that with the class abilities. For the Mundus Stone, we're going to go with the Apprentice. If you find yourself having sustain issues, then you want to go with the Atronach. For tribute points, you want to put 54 points in Magicka or 10 in health. This number you can play with a little bit. You want to get your max health between 32k and 35k with food on. Speaking of which, our food that you want to use is going to be Bewitched Sugar Skulls. And since this build is tanky and mobile, which means a lot of roll dodging as well, you want to use your tri-stat potions also. Now for gear sets, we're going to go with KJ's Nightmare. We're only using this for one item, which is the first item that you see there. It adds 129 weapon damage and spell damage on. We're not using it as a full set, just the one piece. Next, we got Burning Spell Weave. Burning Spell Weave is a major DPS set for PvE and PvP. But basically, when you deal damage with flame abilities, you apply a burning status effect to the enemy and increase your weapon and spell damage by 490 for 8 seconds. And the skill can occur every 12 seconds. Daedric Trickery. I love this set. When you deal damage, any type of damage, you gain 1 of 5 major buffs for 21 seconds, and this can occur every 9 seconds. So yes, you want to attack on this bar every 9 seconds. For our mythic item, we're going to use the Marken Ring. Gain 100 weapon and spell damage and 1,157 armor for every set that we're wearing at least 3 or more pieces of. So we're wearing 3 or more pieces of Daedric Trickery, and we're wearing 3 or more pieces of Burning Spell Weave. So that increases our armor by almost 2,500 and our weapon and spell damage to 200. For CP, you want to make sure you have around 1,200 to be truly effective here. But the main point you want to get is Master at Arms, Deadly Aim, Duelist Rebuff, and Ironclad. You also want to get Boundless Vitality, Sustained by Suffering, Pain's Refuge, and Juggernaut. Now on the green side, that's kind of a personal preference, but I went with Steed's Blessing, Rationaire, and Liquid Efficiency. For your skills, you want to use Molten Whip, Burning Embers, Cauterize, Engulfing Flames, and Ferocious Leap. On your back bar, you want to put on Degeneration, Rapid Regeneration, Coagulating Blood, Volatile Armor, and Elusive Mist. Now keep in mind, you want to put these skills in the order that fits your playstyle and your hands on your keyboard. I don't even use the 2 and 3, 4, 5 keys. I have it reconfigured on my keyboard and my mouse. Let's go over the defensive rotation for this setup. Daedric Trickery on the back bar. Before you head into a fight, you will want to proc this set. And to proc it, do any type of damage from the back bar. This will give you a random major buff for 21 seconds. The proc has a cooldown of only 9 seconds, so you can always keep this up. Degeneration. You want to cast this on your enemy to grant you major brutality and sorcery for 20 seconds, which basically increases your weapon and spell damage by 20%. Coagulating blood. Use this to gain huge chunks of your life pool back. Don't be shy with this skill at all. Use it and use it again. Volatile armor. Always keep this up as it gives you major resolve, increasing your physical and spell resistance. And it also is going to do a little bit of damage to enemies that are around you. Elusive Mist. This is your oh crap I need to escape skill. This will reduce all damage you take by 75%, increase your movement speed by 30%, and if you have all your passives leveled, Strike from the Shadows, you'll gain 300 weapon and spell damage for 6 seconds, which is good to use for rapid regeneration as you come out of Mist to give you a little boost of healing. Let's go over our offensive rotation for this setup. Molten Whip. You will want to make sure you whip when you have 3 stacks of Seething Fury. You could do 2 stacks if you're trying to burn someone down, they're at low health, but most of the time you want to use it with 3 stacks. Burning Embers. This is a great healing skill that also applies a stack of Seething Fury. Use this multiple times on multiple enemies as often as you can. Engulfing Flames, a great opener. Anyone you hit with it will take extra flame damage and also applies a stack of Seething Fury. Cauterize. Just for having this ability slotted, we gain Major Prophecy and Savagery, increasing spell and weapon critical rating. This ability also applies a stack of Seething Fury. Now here's a look at the gear set when everything is put together. As you can see right now, I have 3 pieces in Divines. You can put more pieces as in-pin until you get used to playing this build. Once you get used to playing this build and you can think, hey, I could do more damage, then you can take off some in-pin, put on some Divine, do a little bit more damage because you're used to protecting yourself a little bit better using your skills and using your elusiveness by dodge rolling. And that's about it. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you like a written guide, it is on our website, MAGDK.net. And enjoy this gameplay video, and I'll see you guys next time.